screwed up click all day. So I just got in that little mood. So I'm gonna, give you some of my 713 memories and shit. My very first introduction to Screw was when he first came out, the great tapes for his first hit. I'm out there, I'm messing with this chick in Harlem, Clark. So I'm on the south side, this kind of when it was like a north side, south side, little tension. But I always got love out there, because, I was feeding them boys at work, it was all love, where everybody's getting money. So they really didn't, I wasn't never tripping over nothing like that. So I was cool with a lot of, South Park, Southwest. I had a bunch of partners out there. So for me being affiliated, I ran, first memory was me and my kinfolk Kiki, we hooked up with these chicks named Michi, and she had another homegirl. So we riding around. I got a black Tempo. We riding around, and we jamming our shit. And they like, man, take that shit out, man. Let's jam this. They started listening to Screws all slowed up, man. We like, what the fuck? They boom, boom, hitting the roof, all that shit, man. We like, man, you calm the fuck down and shit. You know what I'm saying? We weren't even feeling that shit, like, straight up. It wasn't hate involved, but it was just like, it was just something different. You know what I'm saying? It was the first time it hit the scene, so we was like, man, we wasn't feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that screwed up and stuff. That's at the first, at the true beginning, just to be honest. You from the north side, they was from South Park, so they was already on it. So they just boom, 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 hitting the roof, just jam that shit every day. They coming to the crib, coming to the spots every day. Well, we jam. They tell me, hey, put this in there, put this in there. We're going to let them play it because, we trying to, keep a couple static, but we really ain't feeling that shit. So years come, everybody got on. And then another memory is like, my boy, years on, this one, the school was on. It was on and popping. So they had the red line and all that shit. Candy red slabs, everything. One of my close partners, he was from South Park, Joe. Joe Arsenault, Joe, but that boy had slabs. The boy had that bread. You know what I'm saying? He had plenty of slabs. So this when them big booty GS3 Lexuses came out, my boy knocked that bitch out. Candy Blue, Lorenzo's first nigga. Ran this bitch around Lorenzo's. Niggas just tripping. So we Candy Blue. That nigga, so we pulled up to the Harlem Park with the red line. You know what I'm saying? It's long line, can't rest stop. We just boom, boom, acting a fool like we always do. So this Sunday, this Fat Pat was in man, let me put it in. This before Fat Pat was Fat Pat. You know what I'm saying? Before he dropped, he was doing little mixtapes with the Screwed Up Click, but he just wasn't like hot like he, like he is now. So he's like, we at the park. This time he got jammed up. Pat got jammed up. They was behind us. They got jammed up and shit. So I guess they said shit going on. They got a pistol, so they instead of putting the pistol on him, it's home because Pat was trying to make something happen. He was like borderline, to really about to come up. So I guess niggas like, man, I take the case from him. So nigga took the pistol case. They towed his car. So we riding with Joe. And matter of fact, this day we wasn't even much in the Lexo. We was in the Candy Bourbon with the Lorenzo's because we had a bunch of rooms. So nigga hopping this bitch, nigga. So that nigga hopping back that bitch, it's like I didn't really know who he was then. Right then and there, I didn't know who Fat Pat was. It was just like one of the partners in the red line. And I wasn't from the South Park. I was just really fucking with Joe. You know what I'm saying? So I rolled up. They knew my face. Nobody really knew my name. They just knew my face and shit. And he hopped in. We just chopping and boom, boom. I'm like, man, he's like, yeah. He in the back, we boom. He's like, man, my nigga tell you hot because they can tow his car and shit. But he's like, man, my partner, kept real, took the case for me and shit. So we still riding to the park and shit. And but I remember when we got back to the house, I remember the conversation, man. It always sticks with me. And this is the story of the lesson too. This is the lesson, the whole thing to the story. I remember the conversation, man. 20 racks wasn't nothing for Joe. 20 racks was something for me, you know what I'm saying? But if nigga really wanted to invest it, nigga could have did the 20 racks for them. But he was telling like, man, boom, boom, when you hot, man, but I need to drop my own shit, you know what I'm saying? He coming at Joe now, talking about, drop 20 racks, man, we gonna put this shit out, boom, boom, I'm hot. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. But back in the game, like it's not like it was now. Niggas, the rap game, H-Town, you weren't getting the money like niggas getting now. Like, if you be stupid, nigga come like that high now, you gonna hop on that shit. But back then, it wasn't like that. Like, a lot of street niggas had way more money than rappers and shit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Three, all them niggas, you know what I'm saying? And, it was just like, it wasn't just a big push to do it, because I'm like, we all getting the same money, you know what I'm saying? But in that time, I was just ignorant, thinking this some long-term shit, you know what I'm saying? That's long-term shit. This short-term shit we doing. But so caught up and, not knowing what you know now, you like, man, you should have been, I should have been like, hey, man, this gonna make this shit happen, Joe. You know what I'm saying? We put 10, I put 10, this gonna make this shit happen. But I wasn't on that shit. He wasn't on that shit either. We just like, yeah, how nigga around, hey man, do this, I can do this. And you got when you moving, niggas gonna come at you, with ideas and shit. But, I learned to lend an ear to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I was young, maybe like 21, 22, maybe like 24 or something. But I wasn't trying to hear, you know what I'm saying? We weren't really trying to hear that shit. And come to Saturday, later on, a year down the line, Fat Pat is Fat Pat. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows like, man, you get any opportunities, man, lend your ear. Don't be closed-minded to some stuff, man. That could have been the thing that changed both of us. You know what I'm saying? Our lives and shit. Him and his life, you know what I'm saying? It could have been something that changed a lot of stuff. But I think about that story, RP Fat Pat, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on here saying like we was kicking it, we was partners and shit. But that was like the day I met him, and that was pretty much the only day we really kicked it. You know what I'm saying? I done seen him at the car washes and shit like that on the block and shit, but that was the only really day we kicked it. Face to face had conversations and shit. And then like later I saw, the story and when he just blew up and stuff. I always thought about that conversation, me, Pat, Joe, and it was another couple of other niggas, what I'm saying, with us, but and you could see it in his heart. He wasn't like, man, I'm rap. Nah, he was like, nigga, y'all niggas missing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got this goal, nigga. Y'all want to get in, put in on it, But he had the belief in himself. So it's just like, whatever you do, you got to believe in yourself. Even if you get turned down, niggas turn your head, and don't take that down, man. Just take, they don't know. They don't know what you got. You know what I'm saying? You missing out. And take that approach to, to your craft, and you always be with it, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like I did, had a studio in the Southwest, you know what I'm saying? Space City Graphics, we did a lot of stuff. I didn't take that shit serious, you know what I'm saying? It was just like a little, a thing to have on my shelf, like, all right, nigga, I'm Big D-Boy, I got a studio. Every D-Boy got to have a studio, you know what I'm saying? So I had the studio. We did fuck with everybody from Bushwick recorded there. 3-2 recorded in my studios. We did the radio edits for that Big Pokey, Hardest Pit and Litter. We did what else? Some C-Note stuff with C-Note, in my studio and everything. But I never took that shit serious. Like, I never took it serious, like, because I felt like it was just wasn't the money. In my eyes, it just wasn't the type of money I was looking for, because I felt like I was getting it from the streets already, the same type of money. But then, like, later on, like, what really just changed the battle, like when Switch House hit, them boys about the real money. They sound like it's usually like with a major label, yeah, but like niggas just doing, independent, low hood type shit. You just weren't making the money like you would, niggas weren't making now. So, but it just shows like, things can be thrown in front of you, man. Get eye to it. You know what I'm saying? And don't pass on your opportunities. Learn on your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. And basically, that's my 713 story, man. Much love to Screw 713, the whole screwed up clique. You know what I'm saying? And y'all did a lot for H-Town, man. Y'all changed a lot of niggas' lives, man. And, and it just shows, like, shit, they believed in what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? The whole H-Town went on that screwed up shit, like people say now. Them niggas believed in what the fuck they was doing. They believed what the fuck they was doing. And kept putting it out, and then it is what it is, man. So believe in yourself, man. Through hard times, to somebody turn close the door on you or whatever. You still gotta keep on, man. Believe in yourself. Hey, and you'll make it. You're gonna make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Some type of way. You might not be a top artist. You might get into produce. But stay in that lane. Just keep grinding that lane, and hey, someone will open up for you. That's my word of the 713 word of the day. Much love, H time.